Alright, welcome guys to another daily analysis with the price action decks. We'll go through selected pairs and I basically tell you what I'll be expecting to occur in current market, current day, current section, and for the rest part of the week. Now today we are having another weekend analysis. Starting off on gold, we're on the weekly chart. Last week was quite interesting. Why? Because that's like the first bullish week in a couple of weeks. And yeah, we take out an old weekly low as well as last week low, rejected and closed above both of them. Now this structure right here is something I'm quite interested in, and leaving me to insist on higher prices. You understand? Now the close and easiest objective is definitely going to be this previous week's high right here, and we might seek other higher prices, but currently I'm just not going to say anything yet till after we take out this high, and then I'll give you guys new updates. Now going down to the daily time frame, you can see how well we rejected those levels. Price taking out the previous week's high, failing to close above it, traded to that level again, failed to close above it, and we pushed higher. Now we have this fair value gap right here, which I would personally want to act as an inverse fair value gap. Now we've traded above, closed below the consequent encroachment, traded and closed above that level. Now there's a possibility we might likely trade lower, have a retest of that, and probably store there for a while, probably dig a little bit deeper before going towards buy side liquidity. There's a probability for that. Also, we might likely get price just running towards that objective at the start of Monday. Now, while looking at that, I would want you to look at this level as well. Right here, you can see there's a relatively equal high on gold. That is definitely going to be an easy objective for gold, probably on Monday or for the rest part of the week. Now, moving straight to silver. Silver has been playing a little bit very well. Took out a certain level on the daily time frame, rejected, reacted off that daily. Let's go down. Reacted off that daily BC right here, took out this level, and we've been rejected. Now this right here is what I would want to see, a possible unicorn model at this level. I would want to, if we would want to seek higher prices, this level is exactly where I would want price to bounce off from. Now we've broke above it. A retest of that level, I'll be looking for buys to see higher prices. You understand? A break up below this level would entice me in looking for lower prices on silver. Now moving straight to the dollar index, which is quite interesting. Now for the dollar index, take note, I'm still annotating the level I called out. This high, I would want price to go after that high. I'm still interested in that high, to be honest. Now there's a possibility we might get a little bit of pullback. Yeah, that's something we might likely see, a little bit of pullback, and it had started already. You can see, I think on Thursday, on Wednesday, we traded above Tuesday's low high, closed below it, and on Thursday we dumped during I think FOMC, sorry, NFP. Friday we went below this low. Thursday we went below this low but failed to close above it, below it, as well as the new week opening gap, we failed to close below it. Same thing on Friday, we traded below that level, failed to close below it. You understand? Now all this is pushing my interest towards the buy direction. Wanted to probably see price start to create a narrative towards seeking buy side liquidity. Now here is where I invalidate my idea. If for any reason we do close below the new week opening gap, which is this one right here, I will be skeptical and keep a watch out for that. But if we do close above this low right here, I might likely want to see price straight back into this fair value gap, or at least the high of this other block right here. Understand? So those are the levels I'll be interested in going into this week. Now just going to run through the Bitcoin USOIL. Okay, yeah, we have the Bitcoin right here. On Bitcoin, it's quite interesting. Yeah, we've been stalling and we're doing some move on Bitcoin. Yeah, I'm just going to keep my focus on this small range right here. We were traded below this low right here on the weekly time frame, failed to close below that level twice, showing rejections. Now on the daily, same thing. Last week low, we traded below last week low and failed to close above it, got some rejection, and we are currently pushing higher. Now, what would I be interested in right now? Remember this level I've been insisting on price trading towards. We might likely be aiming for that this coming week. That's a possibility. I'm not calling out that level. I would want to see a, let's say, a further market structure, further prices to be interested in that level. And as we go on into the week, I'll definitely point out the when I'll be interested in seeing price going towards that level. But for now, we are still within a range I would call personally I would have no decisions right now. I have no interest right now until proving let's say I'm giving more confirmation towards the buy direction. But this is very interesting for me. I definitely want to see price seek that level. And we have these levels right here. Just in case we keep pushing higher, definitely that high is still an objective. Now moving straight to oil, which is going to be last for today. So on oil is quite, it's not really clear. After getting our objective on oil, we've been holding that level. No clear, viable move. But based on how we closed yesterday, I can, close on Friday, close below the previous day high, as well as rejecting to this fair value gap and also the midpoint of that that volume imbalance. Now I graded this level so you could see the quadrant of this level. Now I would definitely be interested in seeing price seeking lower prices, meaning I would want this fair value gap to hold, at least give some reaction. If that level holds, we might probably seek the low. That's the previous low right here, and we have several lows right here as well as this one. Now I'm not really calling a move right now. It would be best to see how Monday reacts. Then after that, I might be interested in looking for a short trade on oil. Now I'm still bearish on oil. That's the whole idea. I'm still bearish on oil. We have levels like 67, 63.60, and 61. Those are the levels I'm calling out, and we might get one of those levels. If this, personally, I do not want to see price violate this level. If we do violate that, I might have to look for further pricing tracks on the oil. So that will be all for today. Do have a nice day and do have a nice weekend, and yeah, stay safe.